Eyes Wide Shut is an absolute ideological atomic bomb. Nevertheless, it is the most misunderstood of his films and quite hard to convey. At first watch, it presents as a sort of therapy of a high New York society couple and how they fit in the greater ecosystem, exploring Jungian concepts of anima and animus. Nevertheless, the deeper meaning is totally elsewhere, because he exposes in lots of details all the key players of the deep state and the global mind control from the 19th century to nowadays, and he exposes very clearly how gangstalking and electromagnetic harassment works. We will see that the Ziegler house is a real Manhattan location where lived some of the major figures of the deep state. The Havmeyer family, the Simon family, especially with Carleton Simon, the Roosevelt family with the former president's nephew, and all of them were very likely involved in the assassination of the protectionist president McKinley, of whom Donald Trump has actually quoted the name during his interview with Joe Rogan, potentially willing to rehabilitate the name of this character. So around this Ziegler house, we find a panel of people involved in the following activities: food, chemicals, polar exploration, psychiatry, and government.
My name is Sandor Savos. I'm Hungarian.
Thanks to the character of Sandor Zavost, we can intuitively identify two key players in the global satanic mind control organization. The first one is Ferdinand Freudenstein and his Australian media and broadcasting dynasty. The second one is his disciple, George Sander, who works for the electromagnetic industry.
On the art of love.
Didn't he wind up all by himself, crying his eyes out, in some place with a very bad climate?
But he also had a good time first.
Besides, Eyes Wide Shut shapes as a form of express Masonic initiation to latest cosmology, spirituality, and scientific discoveries by exposing what is beyond the rainbow, which is to say what your bare eye cannot see, as it exposes what is invisible to the open. In this scene, Kubrick warns the viewer of the effects of CMB research, which is standing for Cosmic Microwave Background, and is a physics discovery made in 1954 by Penzias and Wilson, which entitled them to the Physics Nobel Prize and can be defined as a very low frequency filling the whole universe. And we could easily wonder if the space program and all of the 20th century psyops were not just a big cover-up to hide the major impact of controlling the CMB, which elsewhere could be compared to what is called ether in some alchemical models or dark matter in some other cosmological models. If we believe what Kubrick is saying here, it may well be the CMB that elites are actually using as a means to control very low frequencies, which allow, for example, to induce Mandy's death from a distance or to alter Dr. Harford's karma and interactions. On top of that, Kubrick displays black on white in this newspaper two real-life psyops that took place in New York that allowed to alter the storytelling and control people's opinions, of which the 1993 Long Island Massacre, where the perpetrator, Colin Ferguson, declared that he was being controlled at a distance and that someone zapped him with an electromagnetic weapon before he committed the slaughter. And we can start to understand why Kubrick died of making this movie. To finish with Eyes Wide Shut, he exposes all the rights and blackmail methods that allow to control the main character. Gangstalkers, his wife, the threat to his daughter, are the risk he takes if he ever wanted to expose this cult, which has a complete hate for free men. So I have just given you a lot of information to swallow on Eyes Wide Shut, but just remember that there are no coincidences in Kubrick films. And if you can't wait for the next video about Eyes Wide Shut, feel free to download or to buy my book, Kubrick and the Deep State. It's available online. I will share the link below the video. And please like and share this video.